Hello, everyone, and welcome to our final week, the Zoom meeting. And we'll be starting week 4 in 2 days on Monday. So you've got plenty of time to finish week 3 and get ready for week 4. Week 4 is open for those who don't know much about the course. It's a 4-week course that's completely free. It's called AI for ELT. And this is my classroom of the future. Hopefully, that's what it will look like. You're invited to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to work with you if you have any questions or concerns through LinkedIn. And a little bit about me from DID for those who forgot or those who don't know. Hi there. My name is Nelly Deutsch, and I have a doctorate in education, curriculum, and instruction. I have taught EFL in the K-12 and higher education sector for over 40 years, and I have applied computer-assisted language learning, or CALL, since 1992, which means that I've been using computers in my classes. I offer free online professional development programs on emerging and innovative technologies through Integrating Technology, Moodle for Teachers, Moodle site to educators worldwide. I combine learner autonomy and exploratory video, peer-based learning with technology and mindfulness. Yes, I'm also a mindfulness practitioner. I was the past chair of TESOL Call IS and faculty at the Immersive Technologies IMT MSc program on a Moodle learning environment at a university in Greece. And it's fully online. That's a little bit about me with DID, and DID is developing as we speak. You just need to add an image and then it speaks. It's not that accurate. As you can see, my teeth are not my teeth. The smile is not my smile, but they're working on it. Right now, you can get different expressions: serious, angry, happy, energetic, and you can play around with that and see how it goes. The only problem is with DID and many of the other recent AI tools is that for the free version, there are limitations. And the limitations are very, very noticeable. And I think it's kind of frustrating, at least that's how I feel. It's frustrating that we can't get the benefits because some of these tools are absolutely amazing. And the limitations are too great. As you must have noticed with, for example, some of the tools that you used in the free version. So in some cases, I do pay for some technologies. Others I get for free for promoting them, which is one way that we can do as educators, and that is to promote some of these tools. Otherwise, it's a shame. And yet there are tools such as ChatGPT. Because of the competition, you can now get free chat plugins on ChatGPT. You can also get chats where students and you can communicate and practice speaking on the smartphone, as well as other, I guess, not very limiting features on ChatGPT 4.0, which is kind of nice. And I'm looking forward to others who will do the same and have these tools free for everyone without limitations, at least for educators. Limit them for others who can afford it, but not for us. So if I go through these tools, which you use, and you can add in the chat box, your favorites, which one did you like the most? Did you enjoy the most? Because it's not only about the feature, it's also about the infrastructure, the layout, the user interface that's important, the colors, and so on. So I can tell you my favorites, and that's ChatGPT, which I use on a regular basis. I kind of stopped using Google Gemini because I don't know, I just don't see it as being so great, except maybe on Google Drive, which is kind of nice to have it there. It sorts everything out for me. It's like a librarian. It helps me find things. I liked Perplexity at the beginning when it started, but then I noticed that it hallucinates quite a bit. And now the ChatGPT is a search engine, folks, for free. It's going to take over Google search engine unless Google does something about that. So now I can use ChatGPT and I use it quite extensively on a daily basis as a search engine. And you don't have to turn it on and off. It just goes on automatically and gives you all the sources without ads and marketing. Claude is kind of nice, but I think it's going to lose its power, so to speak. Magic School is amazing. I don't know how you feel about it. You can let me know in the chat, except for the fact that you can't export things. That's the limitation on Magic School, the way you can on DeFit. With DeFit, you can export to Google Form, which means that all the activities become quizzes and students can take them straight from Google Form, which is wonderful. Google Notebook is amazing, completely free for now because it's Google based. So I presume that they will charge for it at some time. Google Bard turned into Google Gemini, and then there's the advanced version where you pay. So Google Gemini has a paid version, just like everything else here. Each one of these has its paid versions without limitations. Canva also used to be free for educators in higher education, for example. Now it's only free to K-12. And if you are a K-12 teacher, I suggest you get Canva for education. It's absolutely amazing. You don't have to pay for anything. AI for ELT, GPT, I created that and you're welcome to use it. It's completely free. Now, ReflectBot is free right now for educators because it's still in beta and they're working on it. I presume they'll also start charging for it at some point. So make the most of it. It will have a paid version as well. Padlet used to be free. Now it's not. But Padlet has an amazing AI feature now that you can use that's really, really good. Otter AI used to be completely free when it was a Google Drive extension. Now it also has a paid version, but I think the free is quite nice. It was developed by an educator, so maybe that's why he's giving us a lot of free things. I don't know which one you've used, whether you've used Blogger, Canvas, Book Creator, Google Classroom, Google Suite, Gamma, or Moodle for your host. But I highly recommend that you use Moodle. There's the free version right now. I'm in contact with the company. Because I happen to know them, I didn't realize that until I went in to see who they were. So they're asking for whatever you need. So that's what they want me to help out with. What do you need that's missing? And I think you mentioned Gemini. So I talked about Gemini. They'll try to add Gemini to it. I also asked for one topic course for you so that you can, it'll look the same as my Moodle site. But you need to learn. So those of you that are using it, add whatever you can, and then join the free courses that I offer in January, from January 4, for 5 weeks on how to use Moodle with AI. So you'll be using these tools and learning how to use many of these tools and others to generate activities in your Moodle course. And you can have a few courses if you've got the free Moodle hosting. Blogger is also quite good. Remember that you need to make the activities accessible by the students so that they can do the work in the class. If you're using Google Classroom, make sure that you use Google Form for the activities so that they can do the quizzes there. Any questions up to here? I'm looking at the chat. I see there are lots of comments here, so let me see if there are any questions. I see some others of Siberia. That's what I thought, Julia, because it's kind of late right now, which means that you're somewhere in the northern hemisphere. So we've got the world here. We've got Siberia, we've got Canada, and we've got Argentina. Lots of folks coming in from around the globe, Morocco. All right, I'm glad you joined us. So I see that you like Moodle. Oh, curious about Padlet. Yeah, and Gamma. Gamma is quite nice. I think many are using Poodle features. I didn't go that far, Elizabeth. I did ask about Generica, which is you, and I did mention Justin Hunt and Poodle. So I'll do it one step at a time, and hopefully they'll add Poodle as well. What I was interested in finding out if Justin can perhaps customize things and make them make arrangements with the company. They're called Moo DIY. And oh, you're able to use Canva because your district is a K-12. Exactly. And I'm glad that you can use it. That's wonderful because Canva has wonderful features. And it's getting better. All these tools are getting better and better all the time because the competition is strong and it's getting stronger and stronger. So we're benefiting from all this. This is what you'll be doing in week 4. Not that much. You'll have a chance to also complete week 3. If you go beyond the week, that's okay. I just don't want people to start the course in week 4. But if you're in the course and you started, then you're good to go. Okay, so just make sure that you work consistently. And I also added Quizlet. I added some of you as admin. I believe Rena and Andrea, you're now admins. Just let me know if you get the pro. Because generally, I think Quizlet made some changes, but generally, if you add teachers to your to a class, they're able to get the pro rights. But in this case, I think I needed to make you admin, which is what I did. So Andrea, just let me know if you're able to get the pro features with that. Oh, what's an H5P? Wow, that's a great question. You'll have to join the course. If you're using Moodle, you will love it. Okay, there'll be a course on that. So stay tuned for that, Barry. Right, so AI for ELT, there's a class called Join. I shared the link. I can share it with you right now, actually. Let me copy the link and add it to the chat. Join, as soon as you join, let me know. So I'll go there periodically anyways, but make sure that I give you admin so you can have all the pro features. And it's a way to add the activities, the quizzes in particular, because that's what we get from DeFit and from Magic School. We get a lot of activities, and you need to house them somewhere so that students can take them. And you don't have to, unless you want to print them out, but we want them to actually do them. Okay, so that's for everyone. Want to remind you that one of the activities is to record the screen from, and this you will find in your Moodle, in your free Moodle. It should be there. If it's not there, I'll ask them to add it. Okay. Yeah, great. Many of you you're all working very hard, and I'm learning a lot from you. So thank you for investing so much of your time in this course because we're all benefiting, especially if you're reading each other's posts and gaining a lot from that. So it's learning for everyone. You can record the screen by going into, but it's only on TinyMCE, not on Auto. So make sure you're in TinyMC. This is for Moodle 4.5. Right now, the Moodle that you're working on, the free one from Mood YI. D is 4.4. They're going to upgrade it, I think this week, next week, so that you'll have this feature. Right now, you probably won't see it because it's only for Moodle 4.5, which is the latest, but you can record the screen. And this is what it will look like, record screen. You can also get text, AI generated text to image. You can generate image, try it out. It's also there. And of course, Generico. And H5P that you asked about, you'll be able to learn more about that. I want to remind you that not everything, not every link can be embedded with Generico. Okay, I think I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. For example, you can't embed Canva. We have tried. The developers have tried. It doesn't work because some companies don't want you to embed. They want you to go to their site because that's how they generate, I don't know, money, I guess. That's how they stay in business. So this is a way, this is a video that you can watch. It's also in the course for week 4 on how to use Generico to add your links. But if you can't use Generico and you get a message, an error message, for example, for Google Classroom, you can't embed Google Classroom, you can't embed Canva. So what I'd like you to please do is set the links to open in new windows. And that's how it's done. You paste the link and then you enter the URL again, and then notice the radio button there. You tick it off to open a new window. This is very important because if we have to leave, or if our students have to leave the LMS, we don't want them to lose their place. So if it's open in a new window, they can close the window and they will still be in the course. They won't be thrown out of the course. So they're in the course, but they're also somewhere else at the same time. Your progress, keep close out, lookout on the progress in the course. And if you see that you did something and it's not ticked off, please send me a support form question, not feedback, but a support question, and send the permalink. Every post that you make has a permalink, which means a link that'll take me there directly. You'll also find this link in the browser window. So copy paste that link and send it to me so I can go there right away and I don't have to look for it. Okay, this is what it looks like. As I've said in the past, it has to be filled with the baby blue color because the royal blue means that it hasn't been done, and you can see what you've completed and what you have not. This is the feedback. I changed it so that you need to add your email so I can contact you right away with help. There was a problem early this morning. I had to make some changes with a snippet code that was put in the wrong place. So many of you were not able to click on anything really, or at least you couldn't start a support form or anything because you couldn't click. So if you experience that, it's fine now. And I apologize for that. Technology is not perfect, just like we aren't. So we make mistakes, and it also causes mistakes. This is the fix login loop that we all experience as a result of changes in the privacy area on Chrome. Chrome has made everything very, very private so that it's very difficult sometimes with authentication. Authentication means logging in using Gmail or other ways of logging in. So you need to clear the data. And I showed you how to do that. There's a video here as well on how to do that. This presentation, of course, is in the course. And we are learning together. Let me know if there are any questions up to here, or maybe I missed a question or two. I see there are 3 since I last looked. We'll get to that, and that's going to answer a lot of your questions, Barry. Let me see. I am pleased. Okay, I saw that. Okay, I don't see any questions. Yeah, it becomes a habit, Elizabeth, to tick off the radio button for the link to open in a new browser window. It's something that we get used to, but we have to understand why. There is a reason behind it, and the reason is to make life easier for our students and for the participants, for us in this course, so that we don't have to click on the link, leave the course, and then, oh, well, how do I get back now? And then we have to open integrating technology, Moodle again, and find out where we were. And that's annoying. You know, we don't need these extra steps. So having the window, the link open in a new window just makes things a lot easier. So keep asking questions in the support forums. If you're locked out, then you can use the, or if there's a problem with the site, which I also manage, then use the pink that's outside. And here it's Notebook LM with Google Drive. There's a video on how to do that. Now in week 4, we're going to use one of my favorite tools of quite some time, and that's Book Creator. And you've had a chance to use Book Creator in week 2, but you'll also be using it in week 4. So how do you like Book Creator? Let me know in the chat there. Book Creator, I think it's absolutely amazing. And Elizabeth found out that you can have 20 books, which is a lot. Okay, so that's great. I guess when you reach 20, you need to start deleting some, or I don't know. You can actually turn it into a PDF and save it on your computer. All right, so Kevin's looking for. I love it. I just think that it's amazing, and you don't have to buy. You know, they give you a lot for the free, which I like very much. So you will reflect, showcase, and reflect by creating a book. For weeks 1 to 4, you will have at least 6 chapters, an introduction, table of contents, conclusion. Make it as exciting as possible with all the tools that you use. The more you invest in your reflection, the more you will gain from the process and the course, of course, the process of learning and the course. There are details on that. That's also available in the course. Now, I want to show you about how to share. Now, there are various ways that you can share your book, but you need to make it public. You need to publish it. Sorry, they call it publish. You need to publish it. And notice what you can do here. Those of you that are using Google Classroom, you can actually migrate it or export it to your Google Classroom, which is very nice. Notice you go into the 3 dots, and under the 3 dots, you will see a full screen. Copy link to book. Now, this is important. You can copy link to a page, but you want to share the whole book. So you copy the link to the whole book. And then you can use Generico, and there's a video on that, and add it under website and then insert. For your students, you should use the embed. If you're using Moodle for your students, then you should embed it until you have Generico or whatever LMS you're using. Most LMSs have the embed feature. I'm not sure why Google doesn't have it. I guess Google Classroom wants everyone to use its tools, which is Google Drive. So maybe that's why. I'm looking at the chat in case there are any questions about that. In my classes, my students, and I'm talking about various ages, um, create their own books, of course. I don't create books for them, but you can for the younger learners. If you're teaching very young learners, you might want to create a book for them. And Riff, now that you have been approved. Anyone here not approved? Because I kept bugging. I think that's the correct word. The developer of Reflection to approve you. It took some time. I had to guarantee that you will use it with your students. That's the condition, that you will also use it with your students. So please use it with your students. You can get access. There's a link, but I'm looking at the chat just to make sure that you all have access. And if not, I'll ask her again. Yeah. Yeah, I think everybody that I sent was approved. Everyone in class was approved. So please make use of it. You will be creating your reflection in week 4, but you'll also be taking a reflection. You'll be taking 2, actually. And this is the one that you'll be taking. It's the final one as part of your reflection on AI for ELT 4-week online course. You will be using a bot. Now, what's amazing about this bot is that it is really good. I mean, I've been doing it for myself with your prompts. Actually, I used one of yours, one of the participants' reflection, and I was amazed at the questions. The level of the critical thinking questions was amazing. I was amazed. It kept asking me deeper and deeper questions. A lot went into this. It's not just a tool, but you can see that, Letizia, who developed it, really went into, she's very interested in reflection. She even has a wonderful book out there. If you're interested, let me know. I'll share it with you in the support form, or you can start an open form about reflection. The level is very high. Don't just do 1 or 2, just keep going with it for a while so that you can benefit from the high level of probes from I don't think a person can do it this well. I don't think there's anyone out there that has the capability of asking such high level questions based on your input. Okay, so I really wish that you give it a chance and try it out. You also get in your email, you can get the full responses, the questions, your response, and Riff's, the bot's response. Yeah. Now it used to have she took it off. I guess it takes too much bandwidth, but they used to have the audio as well. They took that off for now, but we have another tool lined up for you with audio, and I'm really excited about this. This is amazing. Now the level is different. You'll see the difference right away. To create a conversation bot with 11 labs, the S is missing there, 11 labs, is that you have to feed it as the creator of the agent. I mean, I had to feed it so much. So there's a lot that you need to put into it. The first time I created it without adding anything about magic school. So when I asked for information on magic school, it couldn't give me information about it. It kept saying some ridiculous things about it. And then it finally said the truth, that it doesn't know anything about magic school. It didn't even know anything about 11 Lab. So I had to feed it and give it information about the various tools. I had to list the tools because it kept trying to bring me back and tell me, no, that wasn't in the course, but it was. So it's really a learning opportunity to see how to work with prompts. And many of you have asked and realized that prompting is very important. The question is, for what? What do you want to work on for prompts? Is it for images? Is that what you want to spend your time on? Is it on text? ChatGPT, what do you want to spend your time in prompting? Because it's very important. If it's a tool like a bot, and I think developing bots for students is super effective, especially for language learners at every level, because that's how they learn. It's like having their private tutor with them, 24/7 whenever they need the tutor, and you can individualize it. So if that's the kind of prompting you need, then I think it's really worthwhile trying it out and then seeing what's missing. That's how you learn to prompt. You try, and then you see what's missing, and you keep perfecting your prompt. There's no point in taking courses on prompting because it's always going to be different. So this is it. How many of you have tried it? It's on in the course. It also has a widget that I managed to add to the website, and you can do the same with your Moodle site, I believe. If not, I will ask the developers of the free Moodle to add that. But let me know because you need to add something there. I can share that with you so you can add it. But it's also available on 11 labs. You just need to tweak the information. So if that interests you, let me know in the open forums. It's better, I think, than the chat. Wonderful. All right, great, wonderful. That's what I'm here for. Anyone who wants to learn, I'm the person because I really enjoy finding out interesting things for teachers to be able to use, especially if it's free. Right now, it's completely free. It's on them. And you can use, there's a video that I created. You can watch it. I'm not sure if I added it to the course. I think I have. You can watch it and see how I did it and how you can do it as well. And these are the certificates that you should have received if you had attended the Zoom meetings. You'll get one for today. How many of you have 3 so far? 3 certificates. These are all coded so that organizations can check them out. They're not just save as. They have codes, and when you save as, you don't get the code. The same with Moodle certificates. They're all coded, which is very important for professional development and getting credit. Wow, wonderful. Okay, so you've got 3. Anyone else with 3? I'm sure there are. Okay, so you'll have one today for sure. Okay, is the 4th one here? Yeah, there's the 4th one. I try to make them different for you. And these are the badges. How many badges do you have? 2? 2? That's a great start. 2 is always better than the first one because the first one is just for the orientation. Wonderful. All right. So this is week 3. You can see what it looks like, and week 4. Some of you started week 4, so congratulations on that. That's the final certificate. It'll have your name on it. If you're interested in creating such certificates, join the Moodle. I call it Moodle MOOC. It'll be, I don't know how many we started in 2013. I started the first Moodle MOOC in the world with Martin Dogiamis, who was also a presenter at the MOOC. It was fully online. And this will be in May. We're going to have different levels. There's for teachers, for managers of a Moodle site, and for admin as well. So you can choose which one is suitable for you. As I said before, you can't really master generative AI because things are changing all the time. Even Moodle admin has changed because Moodle 4.5, for example, is not the same as 4.4, and it'll keep changing. But just like with generative AI, these tools change. There are new ones mushrooming up all the time. The only way to really stay abreast of all these is to understand what's behind them. The more you use them, the more you'll understand what's behind them. It's not something that anyone can tell you because things change. But once you kind of, or your brain, I think it's not really you, it's once your brain kind of understands how things work, you just manage. But it really depends on how much you use it. I would use tools at least 5 minutes a day. Just try any of the tools for 5 minutes and then go away. Just try things out. Okay, it's some tips are to understand the basics and then to have clear objectives. What do you really want? Because I think that's probably the hardest part. We don't really know what we want. Many, I don't know what I want most of the time until we try things out. Once we try things out, we get a better idea of what we want. So doing is super important. Just thinking about it is not going to get us anywhere. So do something. Integrate with your curriculum. Now, it's not easy to integrate with the curriculum, but you have to keep your curriculum wherever you're working with your school in mind. You can't do something completely different because you work for an organization. And of course, encourage interactive learning. Lots of amazing activities in Magic School. Barry counted 88, if I'm not mistaken. That was the number, or was it 80? It had an 8 on it and 2 digits at least. But what do you do with it? Okay, I use Magic School on a daily basis for my videos. It summarizes my videos for free, which is great. I don't have to pay, or I don't have to do it myself, which would be time consuming. But we want our students to be able to engage with whatever we give them. We don't just give them exercises, do this. Okay, we want them to actually feel like they're learning something and use it to its advantage, which means that you can cater to each one of your students. It doesn't have to be for the whole class with generative AI. And work with others whenever you can. Find a teacher that's also interested in what you're interested in, and that is learning to use AI tools. So collaborate with other educators. That really helps. And remember, AI is an excellent resource for students and a way for teachers to create engaging learning experiences that promote critical thinking. That's what it's about. Thinking critically, not just about copying and pasting. So keep that in mind. It's not just a source of information. It's a lot more than that. And of course, there are challenges that I've mentioned before. I believe I mentioned these last time. Don't look for the perfect tool because it doesn't exist. And if it's perfect, it'll never be perfect for you because our students are unique. Each and every one of them is unique. So we need to use various tools. I use this for this, and I use this for that. And I go back and forth from each of the tools that I shared with you. And that's how I go about it. I stopped using, at the beginning, for images, for example, I stopped using all those tools that I listed. I don't know how many tools. For image generators because I find that they don't serve my purpose and going from one to the other just, I just spent a lot of time on that. I decided to use ideogram. With ideogram, I never go wrong. The prompting is really easy and it gives me what I want most of the time. If not, I keep asking, but it's a lot easier than anything else. So I found ideogram the easiest and I'm sticking to it. I'm not even trying others. But notice here the fact that it's information overload for most of us. There's too much information out there. And we need to decide what we want to do, what tools we want to use, and use those. And if they don't serve us, then find another one or try another one. But not to spend hours and days trying out tools, unless we do it 5 minutes a day, a new tool every day. If you could stick to that, that would be great. And we have to remember that it doesn't do everything for us. It's just an assistant helping us. But we're not using whatever it dishes out because it might not suit us. So do we teach according to what we got from the AI tool? Is that how we teach? Or we try to bend it to our needs and not the other way around? And of course, these are tools that are gone. There are many more, and I'm getting messages every day about tools. And by the way, I tried what they suggested here. I even tried it today. It has something called streams. In Teams, it has streams. I don't know if you used it, but I tried it today. It's kind of nice, but it's not. And you only get it if you have a paid version of Microsoft. These are some references that you can take a look at. And that's the end of the presentation.